Okay, so today's going to be a very interesting video. I want to have a conversation with you on whether the new Xiaomi Mi Pad 5 Pro is or is not a good alternative of the Galaxy Tab S7 here. Let's go ahead and jump in. So the other day I made a very quick video sharing with you all why I think the Mi Pad 5 Pro is not a replacement or an alternative to the iPad Pro. I believe I told you, if you did watch the video, or if you didn't watch the video, I said that the only alternative or the only replacement to an iPad Pro would be an iPad Pro from a previous generation, or even an iPad Air for that matter, because of the way that platform is built. Things that make up that platform and that ecosystem, that Apple ecosystem, that you will be losing if you were to pick up this guy, if you were in the market for an iPad Pro and you thought that this would be a replacement for that. But anyway, with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and see if we can do the same with the Galaxy Tab S7 or the Tab S7 Plus that I have back there. Now, the first thing I want to say is that, yes, the platform, of course, despite the UI here being very similar to what you would get from an iPad Pro, it's pretty much the same, as if they just copied it, right? So despite the UI being pretty much the same, everything else would be leaning towards things that are offered on this platform, right? Anywhere from the chipset that you have here, you have a very, very powerful chipset here. It's a Snapdragon 870 versus here. By the way, this is not a versus video just yet. I will eventually make a full comprehensive versus where, battle video where I have this going against this one. But as of today, I just want to have this conversation. So this guy here is loaded with a Snapdragon 865 plus, whereas this one is an 870, which is, clocked slightly higher than what you have here. It's an IPS display versus a TFT display. So you will have some things that are slightly better on this tablet for sure. And you will also have things that are slightly better on this guy. And then, of course, you have other things that are completely different and things that are very similar to each other, anywhere from the refresh rate, of course, to the base internal storage, to a number of things, right? Now, the conversation that I want to have is that if you want to buy a tablet, you are not looking, at least my hope is that you're not necessarily looking at just the individual tablet. Now, there are situations where if you're buying a tablet, let's say you're buying just a very cheap tablet and you just want something that has a large screen that you can use to consume maybe media on the on the road or something like that, then you may not be looking at anything else that can be surrounded that tablet. But generally, if I advise someone to buy a tablet, I would say go with something that's going to offer you more than just that experience of having a large screen, right? So if you were to go for either a Mi Pad 5 Pro or Tab S7, for example, I would say buy the Galaxy Tab S7 because you are getting it from a very known and established company that's going to offer you more than just that tablet. Now, don't get me wrong, Xiaomi is known and established also, but by established, I don't necessarily mean that they've been around long. I just mean that they've built an ecosystem that is, large and robust enough to support more than a couple of things. They do make phones, Xiaomi does make phones, and you're able to kind of take advantage of what they are trying to build there in terms of the ecosystem. But when it comes out to Samsung, the ecosystem is already pretty much set, right? They have a continuity that is almost matching what the Apple ecosystem is offering, right? Granted, the Apple ecosystem remains king of that, but what you get with Samsung is something that is legit, with constant updates and guarantees you a continuity among your devices. So if you're going to be spending $400 or $500 on this tablet, on a tablet, you have to think about things like that. How else you could take advantage of your device beyond just having a screen that you can do things on. And by the way, if this is your first time visiting, well, welcome to the channel, of course. I'm certainly hoping that you are enjoying the content so far. And if you are, I certainly appreciate that. Please do me a huge favor. Hit both the like and the subscribe button there. It's a huge boost to the channel. And again, I truly appreciate that. So with that being said, beyond the fact that this is an amazing tablet, great design. I was very, very impressed by the design of this tablet. I really wasn't expecting it. I was expecting performance and specs to be just as good as what had leaked before it actually dropped. But in terms of the design, I was kind of, I definitely wasn't confident that they were going to drop something that feels as premium as this. So that's definitely a good thing. So this tablet is a very good tablet, right? So far, I'm still testing it out, and it's a powerful tablet, nice design. It feels like a pro tablet, but the thing is, you have to think about not only that ecosystem that I mentioned, you have to think about the accessories that go with this, right? So this guy here is going to run you, if you live in the US, it will run you $530, I believe. As of now, the price on the Samsung website, so it'd be $539. And if you were to just convert how much this costs in China, because this is the Chinese model, if you were to convert, this one costs about $390 in China. But you have to think about the fact that there isn't a stylus that comes with this, so you have to buy that separately, and I believe it runs about $90, right? So you're looking at about $480 for this guy here, and a pencil. And you don't get a charger either, assuming you're buying the Chinese version. My understanding also is that the global version will come with a charger. So you'll be spending about, so pretty close to $500 to get this guy. And of course, on the other hand, $530, you will get a Galaxy Tab S7, very well known. You have an S Pen with that. Sure, you don't have the 870 or Snapdragon 870. Sure, it's not an IPS display, and but still, you are dealing with an ecosystem that's going to offer you. Let's say if you happen to have a Samsung phone, you're dealing with an ecosystem that's going to offer you a continuity that is not matched by this guy here. This is just a conversation. I want to get your take. I want to get your comment. This is not a video that is, structured in a way where you waiting for what I'm going to say next. This is really all I had to say. So what I'm trying to do in this video is have a conversation with you guys in the comment section. What do you think of this? I know the Xiaomi Mi Pad 5 Pro has been anticipated for, we all had been waiting for this guy, and this is my first Xiaomi tablet. So I was really looking forward to picking up this guy here. But I want to get your take. If you were, let's say if it were offered here in the US, my understanding is that it's just going to go to Europe and other places, but maybe not the US. If it were offered here in the US for US resident at, let's say, $500, or in your region for the equivalent of $500, when you can get this guy for about $530, which is about a year older, right? So it's a year old, but it offers that continuity and a little bit, and it's Samsung, right? So pre-established, you have that confidence. Sure, Xiaomi can offer a lot of that stuff, but there are a few things that they will not offer that Samsung does. Which one would you go for? I know a lot of people come to this channel and say, hey, which one should I go for? And I always tell them, it depends on what you're looking for, right? But in this case, I want to turn the question back to you. You are looking at a Xiaomi Mi Pad 5 Pro here, and you're also looking at the Galaxy Tab S7. Which one do you think would fit your needs better? Assuming you take into consideration the devices that you have right now. So if you have a watch, which type of watch is it? Is it a Xiaomi watch, or is it a Galaxy watch like the one that I have here? If you have a phone, what type of phone is it? Think about how it's going to play and interact with that. How many updates am I going to get on the tablet? All that good stuff. So think about all that and let me know in the comment section, and let's have this conversation. I'm starting to kind of like this type of format, this type of video where I just actually pose the questions to you and just push everything back to you, and we get the conversation going. So let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, of course. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Of course, I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. And up until then, of course, as always, stay safe out there.